Welcome to the Voices of the Goddess podcast. We believe that there is a goddess inside each and every one of us. When we use our voice to share that goddess, we support and uplift each other. Join us each week as we interview women to receive the message of their goddess within. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Voices of the Goddess podcast, where we empower, inspire, and uplift women to be the goddesses they were meant to be. I'm your co-host, Julietta, also known as the Magical PT. I'm coming to you here from sunny South Florida, where I am a physical therapist in private practice, and I run a very holistic, outside-the-box practice where I help people find balance not only in their body, but in their mind and spirit as well. And I'm also a bit of an artist and a jeweler. I use Mother Earth's gifts of gemstones and crystals to create fun jewelry. And I am now a podcast host with my co-host Allison here. How you doing, Allison?
I am wonderful. Thank you. And I actually do have one of your beautiful, can everybody see that?
Howlite and a butterfly.
I love it. I wear it every single day. All right. So hello, everyone. My name is Allison Mancini, and I am also one of the co-hosts of this podcast, Voices of the Goddess. I'm also Human Resources Director for a company called The Goal, Goal, Digger Girl. And then also functional nutritionist. And that is really where my passion kind of blends together with the both of those, is that I'm really passionate about helping women to be the best that they can be, not only from business and family and all that good stuff, but also when it comes to their nutrition. Because I know firsthand how if you are not well, it is very hard to be all the amazing things that you want to be. I am also married to my husband. We've been married for 28 years. We have two amazing adult children, a 25-year-old son who's recently engaged, and a 22-year-old daughter who's about to graduate college. I'm almost like completely going to be empty nesting it. Well, kind of. And I know. But I also have two fur babies because apparently I miss my children. So I have a 1-year-old and a 10-week-old puppy. And you might hear them in the background. I apologize. What else can I tell you? That's about it. And I'm excited to be here today on our podcast and to share with our audience
our new mugs. Thank you to Alicia Boateng, who is our sponsor for this month.
Let me introduce her.
Yes, please.
All right. So aliciaboatengdesigns. She is a celebrity cup designer. She has been seen on, just to name a few, The Today Show with Hoda and Jeddah, Reader's Digest, Forbes, Food Network, ABC, Fox, MSN, Your California Life, Gift Shop Magazine, Sheen Magazine, and Lifestyle Magazine. And we are honored now that she has made a mug for Voices of the Goddess. Alicia is a mother of 4, wife, and a passionate coffee lover. Alicia is a former wedding planner and has always been an exceptional creative individual. She turned an ordinary coffee cup into an extraordinary, dazzling, and empowering vessel that speaks volumes to women of all colors all over the world. And aside from the fact that she has made the Voices of the Goddess our own mug that you will be able to purchase on our website to support us and our audience, she also makes other incredible mugs, like for every holiday you can think of, to support all kinds of different organizations and causes and movements and countries. She has different country mugs. You have to check out her website. They're so fun. And they really do make your coffee like even more exciting to drink.
I think it makes it taste better. I mean, I'm doing tea now. I'm not doing coffee at this moment, but it just feels extra special drinking out of this gorgeous goddess mug. So yes, I highly recommend you check out her website. They're great to drink out of, and they make amazing gifts as well.
And they look beautiful on the shelf.
Yes. So
yeah, go. Let's talk.
No, what I wanted to talk about is, and we talk about this all the time, you know, we ask people that we know to be on the show, you should be on the show, and people, no, I don't have anything important to say, da 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 da. And I have recently been, getting feedback from people are really listening to this podcast. I remember when we talked about like doing this, I'm like, sure, we'll do a podcast. And a little bit in the back of my head, I was like, I don't know who's going to listen to it, but okay, we'll do it. And, but people are really listening. But what I love is when they're coming, they say, hey, that episode where you had so-and-so on it, what she said that day was exactly what I needed to hear that day. And it just helped me out so much. And this isn't just one or two times we're getting these comments. We are getting these comments repeatedly. And some of the people who were the most afraid to do the episode and just felt nervous that they weren't good enough to be on the show. Those are some of the shows that people have loved the most. And because every woman out there relates to someone that's like them. Mm-hmm. And whoever you are, there's women just like you that need to hear your story, and it's going to help support them. And that's what this show is all about. Women supporting women, women empowering women, inspiring each other and uplifting each other. So I just want to put it out there, if you're even remotely thinking about being on the show, but unsure if you have what it takes to be on the show, you do. And Alice and I, we will make it super easy to be on the show with us.
Just get to hang out with us and drink coffee.
Or tea.
Listen,
tea right now.
And you know what I always find amazing is that like I'll say to somebody, you should really come on our podcast. Maybe something that they say to me in conversation, I'm like, oh, that was so good, you need to come on our podcast. And they're like, no, I don't really, I'm not really in business for myself. I don't really, I've had someone say, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Hello. Ooh, that is a really hard. What?
That's the biggest job there is.
I don't know. I'm like, you're not just a stay-at-home mom. And I don't care if you are the prime minister or president of a country, or you're a stay-at-home mom, you have something to say. And there's someone out there that needs to hear what you have to say. So if you're listening right now and you're like, oh, I would love to be on a podcast, think of this as a couple of girls hanging out, having conversation, being a community to help support other women. That's really what we're all about. And that's why we started this. We started this podcast in the beginning of the pandemic because we knew that women needed support. Everyone was feeling very isolated, and we needed to find a way to all come together. And this is how we did it. And we have a blast, and come hang out with us.
Absolutely. So visit our website, votgpodcast.com. There is a link in there that you can go in and fill out your information, and we'll be in touch and get you on the show.
All right. Are we ready?
So bring our guest. Yes.
Hi. Hello, Divine.
Hello.
Show.
Good to see you.
Thank you for joining us today. Would you please take a minute and introduce yourself to our audience? Tell them a little bit about.
Well, my name birth name is Ariana. I am also known as Divine, so it's Ariana Aka Divine. I am an artist. I do mostly functional art. I'm also a personal evolution coach. I am a volunteer. I am a mother and a grandmother. Aww. And mostly I am a person that is here knowing that I have something to bring, and I contribute with the society as much as I can by just showing up and being. Yeah, that's who I am.
I love it. And I love that, like, what I really appreciate and love is that you are like many of the women that come on here. You're not just like this one thing. Like you know what I mean? Like we all are so many different things. And I hate using that comment of we wear different hats because whatever. But yeah, we all do so many different things, and everything that we do matters. And you're right. It's living. You're living your life, and I think that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I believe that like after asking myself so many questions and really going deeper and deeper into like spirituality and learning different philosophies and stuff, I came up with this, that life is mostly about experiencing. So every experience is valid because in the universe there is not the judgment. So there is no good and bad, the right and wrong, right? So every experience it's valid. And so I go ahead and try to have as many positive experience as I can. But it's whatever I'm willing and open to experience, if as long as it's legal.
Yes, legal and ethical, hopefully, Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to dive into our questions. And the first question we're going to ask you is, what is one book that you wish every goddess would read and why?
Oh, wow. There's many books that the goddesses should read or could read. If I have to pick only one, that will have to be A Course in Miracle. Because once and it's not a book you read, it's a book you study, and it's a book you study preferably with other people, because by being in a community focusing on reading that book, you also give yourself the chance to see that book in action through the other people. So for sure, ACAM, A Course in Miracle.
Okay. I found this on the web for Hey Cam Across America.
Oh my God.
Check it out.
My Siri was looking for A Course in Miracle for me.
That's awesome. That's okay. I won't say her name because if I say it out loud, she'll start talking, but I have Alexa, and she sits right behind my laptop. And if I say, she'll just start talking to me. It's a little scary sometimes. I know Julietta hates all that AI stuff. She's like, stay away.
I don't hate it. I don't need so much of it in my life. But about the Course in Miracles, I have the book. I am going to fully confess I have not made it through the book.
All right.
Because it's a lot. And like you said, it's not just a book you read. It's a book that you study. And I've read a lot of books that stem from that, the messages from A Course in Miracles, and really great information to support living. So, but I'm a little surprised you're the first person to bring that book up. So,
wow, I'm surprised that that's scary to me.
But it is when we have to say, because like you said, there's so many books, so many valuable books out there, and so
I would like to make an invitation for you. There is an app called Clubhouse. In Clubhouse, there are, that I know of, two groups that discuss the ACAM. One is at 6 a.m. and is focused on doing the daily lesson, but also discuss, as they come, like why the lesson and so. And the book pretty much repeat always the same thing. So you can read the first chapter and get that one, and you will get the whole book, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then there is at Wednesday and Sunday at 9 and 10 a.m. There is also morning ACAM Morning Miracle. And that's another beautiful clubhouse that is worth going for, and it lasts about an hour and a half. But you can hop in and out as you please.
I never thought about that for book clubs using Clubhouse, but that's a great that's a great use of Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I am thinking of starting in a Clubhouse very shortly, and it will be on the study of the game of life and how to play it.
Ooh, I like that.
Cool. Yeah. All right. We're going to move into question number 2. So what is your favorite self-care practice and how does it support you?
Okay, self-care as in deeper within myself, I must say is coaching. It's me being committed at least once a month to go and coach transformational training, and after that get students for a couple of weeks. Just the motion of helping other, it's automatically reflect back to me, and that's what I make the biggest step into my growth in every area of my life. So self-care, coaching, number one. And I love the sunrise. if
Oh,
if you can start the day watching the sunrise, that must be my second best self-care. Yeah.
now are you on the beach that can you see it from your house, from your apartment?
No, the
No,
good part is getting there, because for me to get there, I get excited. Like, am I gonna be able to see what is gonna look like today?
Mhm.
Is there gonna be people? I don't know. Is gonna be flat? There is gonna be cloud. Like, there is a whole anticipation to get there, and then when you get there, it's like mind blowing each and every time. So good.
nice, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you start the day being grateful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, your next question is, when you're just having one of those days, it's just difficult, maybe start off on the wrong foot, or like my mother used to say, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? What do you use what tool do you pull out of your pocket to get yourself pulled together to be able to change that around so that you have a great day?
Okay, there is an affirmation that I have learned from Louise Hay. Never fail me. Anytime I am feeling anxiety or things are doing not the way I wish they would go, and like I'm having a bad day, like a bad day. Okay, so I remind myself, I actually had it written on a wall for a good couple of years so that it sank really in. I'm a strong believer of self reprogramming, mind reprogramming, and that's why I do functional art. And my art always have things that help person to reprogram their brain to self love. So what I say is, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come, and I am safe. And I repeat this one 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, 20 times if I need to, depend on how big the situation is. Normally, 3 to 5 times are bringing me back to know that everything's, even if I don't see it. The biggest heartbreak was the first time my boyfriend break up with me. And I was devastated. I was young and I planned my own life around him. And that led me to come to United States, which was the best things ever. So we're too quick in judging something is bad.
I tell people that all the time. We're always judging experiences, whether they're good or bad, and you don't really know until you let everything play out. And there's been so many times where an experience I thought was bad, I thought it was the worst thing ever, and in the end it was just a step that needed to happen to take me to something completely amazing that I wouldn't have if I hadn't had that experience that I judged as negative. So just experience your experience without judgment and wait to see what unfolds, because I truly believe that, I would say the universe conspires in my favor. The universe is always pushing us in the right direction. So love that. Perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, final question. Well, almost the final question is, what is one life experience, could be good, could be bad, that really has formed you and made who you are today?
Um, Well, coming to United States for sure, that was huge because it was like a absolute, complete switch of everything. I like this is a young country. It's like coming from like you live all your life in elder environment, like those elder house, and then suddenly they put you in middle school. It's like wow. So that one was one thing that really opened my mind to different possibilities of living life, like not having to. I saw people going to the bank with flip flops and sometimes roller in their head. Coming from Milano, that was like unheard. Like I couldn't even thought the possibility of doing something like this, going to the bank in your pajama. I saw people doing that in LA. You know, in Italy, you need to have the shoes matching the belt and the purse, the makeup, the full hair done, you know, everything to go to the supermarket.
Yeah. And I think that's too, like here in the United States, I think that used to be more so in past generations. Like my mother-in-law, who's in her mid 70s, and I can remember when I first got married, I was in my early 20s, and we would go to the mall and she would come pick me up and she would be dressed perfectly, makeup, hair perfect, shoes, belt, purse, everything matched. And I would be like, oh, great. And I'd be like in my jeans and a t-shirt. So I also think it's kind of a generational thing. And I even noticed once I started living in South Florida, and I can remember years ago going to like Joe Stone Crab, which is a very famous and well-known restaurant. And when I first started going there back in my early 20s, I can remember getting dressed up to go there to eat. And now you walk in there and people are walking in with bathing suit cover-ups on. I'm like, what's going on around here? It's so weird. So yeah, I can totally understand that would be a big shock though, Divine, for sure, to go from where you came from to this that's a huge culture shock. Listen, it was a culture shock to move from Michigan to Florida. Like that was a culture shock in and of itself. So I cannot even imagine moving from one country to another. So yeah.
For me, that one was like freedom. That was one fragment that to me represents freedom. Like I do love to see people well dressed and makeup and together.
Yeah.
You know, I love to see, and those that choose that for them, I commend them because like it takes time. It's just having the option, not having to do that, that I really appreciate, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and nobody will judge. That was the thing. It's like being able to do that without feeling judged in any way. That's how, but that was LA in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad actually lived there in the 80s. I used to go visit there in high school, and yeah, very different. Okay, so our final question for you to wrap everything up is, if there's one thing that you would want our audience to take away from our time together, what would that be?
I think that I would like everybody to check out the book ACAM, because it's really worth the time investment in yourself. Once you get that one, the basic concept of the book, I would say, shrink to projection made perception. And once you get this, then your way to peace become much smoother. But the book also encourage people to ask questions to themselves, like whatever thought you're doing or action you're taking, is this leading to peace or is this leading to war? So this book presents a set of very, very good questions that you can keep asking yourself. And just by doing that, you eventually be able to just stand with and coming from love rather than for love. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was awesome. Well, Divine, we want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join us and share some wonderful nuggets with our audience. And also want to thank our sponsor, Alicia Boateng, and her incredible mugs. They are gorgeous. Check out her website. And we have to thank our audience, because without you, we wouldn't be here. We'd be talking to ourselves. But if you've liked what you've heard today, please subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share it with other women out there, because we are a community of women here to support each other. And one of the ways you can support your fellow female friends is sharing this platform with them. And if you're interested in becoming a guest on our show, we would love to have you. Head over to our website and fill out the request form, and we will be in touch with you and get you on the show. And if you would like to get in contact with Divine, Allison, or myself, check out the show notes, and all of our information, website, social media, etc. is in the show notes. And is there anything else, ladies?
I think you covered it. It was awesome.
Then I want to wish everybody a magical day.
Ciao.
Ciao.